Yo, what is going on guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So if you guys have been keeping up with my videos recently, you would have known that there is a ton of awesome content that Rockstar Games have got in the game files that we was meant to receive a few years ago. These have included a bunch of awesome vehicles, weapons, collectibles, outfits, different ways to play the game, and all of this content was originally planned to be released with a Cops and Crooks DLC. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware, Rockstar Games ended up scrapping that DLC. However, they are reusing a lot of the game files from that DLC in the more recent DLCs, and as I'm sure you guys are also aware, Rockstar Games have announced we will be receiving a big DLC. So of course it would make sense for Rockstar Games to use more of this content in future DLCs. Considering we are around the corner now from GTA 6, it would make sense for Rockstar Games to include a lot of this content and stick on the theme of police themed content, which did go down very well in the last big DLC. Now, if you guys have missed any of my previous videos talking about this content, I'll leave a link to the full playlist down below in the comment section, where you guys can check out all of the videos going into full detail on all of this content. And like I've said previously, there was over 800 game files found, so there really is tons of content that was meant to be released with that DLC. Now, in one of those videos, I did speak about some of the weapons that would have been included with the Cops and Crooks DLC, and in today's video we've got some more coding showing more weapons that would have been included with this Cops and Crooks DLC, really just showing you how big and how epic this thing would have been if Rockstar Games would have ended up releasing it back in 2020. But like I said, in hindsight, Rockstar Games are starting to release a lot of this content, so at least it looks like it's not all going to go to waste. So not only are we going to be looking at some of the weapons that were included with the content, but I'm also going to be talking about some of the police abilities that were also found in the coding. That is very interesting indeed. So as always, if you guys do appreciate me keeping you up to date with all of the latest GTA 5 news, all I ask is you do return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. With that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so as I mentioned in the intro, there was over 800 game files that were found by data miners in the Cops and Crooks DLC, which Rockstar Games are starting to release finally. However, one weapon that was found in the Cops and Crooks DLC that we have yet to receive was a police baton. Yes, you guys heard correct. As you can see by the coding that was found by some of the most credible data miners in the community, it does read case weapon type underscore DLC underscore baton. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be scratching your head and thinking to yourself, I swear we already have a police baton in the game, and the melee weapon you guys are most likely thinking about is known as the nightstick, which of course can be purchased for $400 over ammunition. And whilst this does look like a police baton, and technically it is a police baton, this was a completely separate weapon that was found in the game files. As I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware, the nightstick, which is currently in the game and has been in the game since the launch, can also be found in the story mode and rarely will be dropped by dead police officers over by the airport. So the nightstick melee weapon that you guys can see on screen is a completely different weapon that would have been released with the Cops and Crooks DLC. Of course, the nightstick has featured in nearly every single GTA game since GTA 3. So of course, when Rockstar Games plan to release this Cops and Crooks DLC, it would make sense for them to release another melee weapon unique to police officers. Now, it most likely would have looked like the baton that you guys can see on screen, which is known as a telescopic baton, which of course does start as a small handheld weapon and can fling out to extend into a bigger baton. These are actually also known as ASP batons, and the UK police are known for carrying these, and of course just are more convenient for police officers, so they don't have to carry around a long baton, but instead they can just extend it out whenever it needs to be used. And we do know, of course, the police outfits do come with police belts. And talking about the police outfits, in case you guys did miss my video yesterday, I did speak about the leaked police outfits that were meant to be included with this DLC, so do be sure to go ahead and check that out after this video if you haven't seen it already. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, of course, there were other police weapons found in the game files that Rockstar Games later ended up releasing with more recent DLCs, hence the reason we should start to see more of the cut content released. So as I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware, we received the police rifle, which was later released as the service carbine, and it was actually included with the Criminal Enterprises DLC, which was released in 2022, so 2 years after the Cops and Crooks DLC was meant to be released. Now, interestingly, in order to unlock the service carbine for free, all you guys have to do is collect 5 components of the gun from 10 different crime scenes. And of course, crime scenes are one of the biggest connotations or things related to being a police officer. So the fact that Rockstar Games added this weapon, and in order to get it for free, we had to make our way to different police locations to do with the Criminal Enterprises DLC, just goes to show, like I said, that Rockstar Games really are drip feeding all of this cops and crooks / police content out right in front of you, and you're probably not even realizing it. And as I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that have unlocked this weapon, the crime scenes are very detailed. You'd often have a few police officers there, maybe an FIB agent with a clipboard. Different crime scenes do look slightly different, however, you will notice there will be like an outline where some dead bodies were, and then it will prompt you guys to go ahead and search the crime scene for evidence to collect. Now, like I said, by collecting this evidence, you would have unlocked the police rifle, which was renamed as the service carbine. And maybe you guys haven't unlocked this weapon yet, or you haven't come across these crime scenes. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link down low in the comment section showing you guys all of the crime scene locations if you guys do want to go ahead and check them out. Now, another weapon that was found in the game files that I mentioned briefly before, of course, was known as the Riot SMG, which, if you guys aren't aware, was also renamed and released last year with the Southern San Andreas Mercenary update. So if you guys aren't aware, the tactical SMG, which was released, like I said, last year, was originally called the Riot SMG. And if you guys are thinking to yourself, how do you know this for a fact? Well, one big clue that gives it away, one of the tints that is available for this weapon is in fact an lspd tint, which is a Los Santos Police Department tint. Now, of course, the game files themselves, as you guys can see on screen, do prove that this was the Riot SMG originally, but once again, just going to show that Rockstar Games are releasing all of this content that they have cooked up in previous years, which was cancelled due to the politics around policing in 2020. And as data miners have said, there were even more weapons included with the Cops and Crooks DLC, which was cut. And as there is over 800 game files that were found with this DLC, I will be sure to keep you guys up to date with any more news and leaks we hear of potential content we could be seeing Rockstar Games release, as they have confirmed we will be receiving a new police outfit along with a new police boat. So of course, it would make perfect sense for Rockstar Games to include more cut police weapons that originally were meant to be released with the Cops and Crooks DLC. And even the most recent weapon that Rockstar Games have released, of course with the Halloween update being the Shocker melee weapon, was also a weapon intended to be released with the Cops and Crooks DLC. Of course, a stun weapon, just like the stun gun, is very synonymous with being a police officer, so you could restrain a suspect without going ahead and damaging them, and of course would make perfect sense for a Cops and Crooks style DLC, so you could restrain a target, like I said, rather than having to use your full-blown ammunition and potentially killing them. And I am very interested to hear from you guys on this one. If there was any weapon you guys would like to see Rockstar Games add in with the next big DLC, what weapon would it be and why? As always, if you guys do appreciate me keeping you up to date with all of the latest GTA 5 news, all I ask is you do return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.